Guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be another makeup tutorial for my Allure magazine recreation series. Today's look is coming from the July 2017 issue with Halima on the front. The look I'm recreating is on page 10 and it is this beautiful makeup look right here. If you're new to my channel, in this series I show you guys how to recreate some of the looks found in Allure magazines. I want to show you guys that you can recreate these looks using some of the products that you have right at home. So if you would like to see how to get this makeup look, then just keep on watching. Alright, so hey guys, I do have on a shirt. Boom. Just so you know, throughout the video, I'm not nude. I'm actually very excited for this video today because I'm getting to recreate another Allure magazine look. This look today, here's my little thing when I was planning. So this is the look that I'm recreating today. I'm super excited. And it was created by Val Garland, well-renowned makeup artist in the industry. She does runway. She did work with MAC, and she also works with L'Oreal now. I think she's a global makeup artist now with L'Oreal. Let me check to make sure before I say that definitely. No, she's a global makeup director with L'Oreal. So she's a big deal. So that's pretty awesome that they put a few looks from her, well, she has a lot more looks than this, but they put a few of them in here, and I really want to recreate this one today. I'm actually going to start with face, and I'm just going to prime like normal. I'm using the Fenty Beauty Primer. Before I get any further, I am going to be applying individual lashes, so I need to go ahead and start getting my glue a bit tacky. So I do this when I wear individual lashes. Towards the beginning of my makeup, I'll apply a little dot of the Duo Lash Glue just on a container, which I'm actually using the lash container, the individual lashes that I'm going to use, and I just put a little dot on there so it starts to get tacky. I think I just said that and I said it twice, but anyway, you guys get what I'm saying. For foundation, I'm going to use the LA Colors Truly Matte Foundation again. I've been wearing it the past few days. I think this is my this will be my fourth time wearing it, and I really like it. Besides the smell, I mean, it smells like Play-Doh. Very full coverage. The undertone is really nice. It matches me really well once I work it into the skin. And I'm in the shade Cafe. And it has longevity throughout the day, so it wears really nice. And I don't notice that I'm super oily. And the number one thing is that it has not broken me out. Like, whoa. I always expect for drugstore foundations to break me out, and this one has not done it. Another thing, this foundation has little to no flashback. I'll post a few pictures right here. And I was very shocked on that because, again, inexpensive foundations, you tend to have problems with the undertone, you have problems with the longevity, you have problems with the shade, flashback. So the fact that it checked all of that. Oh, and acne. Well, I can't really say that for everybody, but for me, and I have sensitive skin, it hasn't irritated my skin. Just the smell, the smell is very strongly Play-Doh-y. But see, when I blend it in, it just looks so perfect. Like a perfect shade. And it covers my cheek area, I told you guys, and I have slight discoloration on my cheeks. Pretty awesome. Now what do I want to do? So now that I've gotten the base on, I see that she has pretty strong contour on the cheeks and on this side of her forehead. So really here and then like a sharp downward kind of thing. I think I just scratched my foundation. What's wrong with me? So yeah, I'm going to try to mimic that. And for that, I'm going to use the Urban Decay Deep Neutral All Nighter Concealer. And I'm actually going to take my time with this. I usually just and then I'm done, but I'm going to take my time to make sure that I map it out exactly how I want it. And I'm going to apply it a bit higher. And here, and here. She has a bit, I would say here too. And you know what? I would even say there's a bit of shadow here. So I'm just going to add a touch there. Of course, it's not all the way blended out. I didn't blend it all the way in just because when I apply my concealer, it kind of takes away too, so it'll look good at the end. So for concealer, I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, and it appears that she has a really nice natural contour on the top of her nose, so I'm gonna make sure to bring the concealer on the sides of my nose. I didn't use any of the dark concealer on my nose because it doesn't look like she did that. Do you guys remember like a lot of videos ago when I said, I got me a new Shape Tape? I'm still working on this one. On the one that's not new. So I haven't even opened it up yet because I'm trying to make sure I don't leave any of the products in this one. So I'm just doing that, and then I'm gonna do a really nice line down the center. And she has really nice highlights up here. Bring it up a bit high because it seems like her entire center of her forehead is highlighted. And then a bit here. And it appears it's actually a bit right here too. All right, this actually is really fun. Like looking at a picture and then trying to recreate it is so fun. So now I'm going to blend that in with my concealer brush. And I'm going to try to be very careful to keep the placement next to my nose where I want it. Going to go ahead and set it now. The CoverGirl Loose Setting Powder in the shade Translucent Medium. And for my nose, I'm going to take a smaller brush to set it. And it does matter because the translucent powder will get on the areas that you didn't apply that concealer. You will be able to notice. So if you can get a smaller brush to just set that right down the center of your nose, then definitely do. And the brush I used was a Sigma E71 brush. Moving on to brows, it seems that she has just a natural brow look going on here, and she didn't clean it up with any concealer or anything, so I'm just going to do my normal brow routine and just not clean it up with concealer. Well, I guess I should say my recent brow routine. What I've been doing recently is just mapping out my brows on the top and bottom with the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer in the shade Brunette, and then I fill in the tail end with the dark brown brow powder by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and then I set it with the MAC brow gel. Now let's move on to eyeshadow, which is the part I'm most excited about. And so I pulled out a few things on what I want to do, and I think I'm going to start with the crease. And you can see that the crease is a bit dark, so I can barely even see what's going on there. But I'm going to start with just a dark brown shadow just to go safe. And I am going to bring it close into here just because that's what she did. So I'm going to mimic that. And for this, I'm only planning to use two palettes, the Sigma Warm Neutrals Volume 2 and the Urban Decay Heavy Metal Eyeshadow Palette. For the brown shade, I'm going to use After Hours because it pulls a lot darker on the eyes. So I did apply a bit of foundation on my eyelids when I was blending in my foundation, so I'm going to set it. I feel like a broken record because I say that all the time. For the powder I'm using is the CoverGirl Loose Setting Powder that I use to set my face. And this is just gonna make the shadows blend a lot nicer on top of it. So starting with After Hours, I'm just gonna take that on a blending brush from Tarte Cosmetics. It is the eyeshadow crease brush. I'm going to just work this right into the crease, and this is a much darker shade than what I would normally use as my first shadow. So I'm going to start with a light hand and build so we don't make any mistakes. It appears that she brought it pretty high right here on the brow, and she leaves a very small space for the brow bone area. Looks like she made a bit of a wing at the end, so I'm gonna drag my shadow a bit out. And to make this a lot more wearable for every day, you definitely don't have to bring up this brown shadow super high like I'm doing. And you can start with a transition color to make it more wearable. But I'm going full on editorial. And then I'm also going to bring in the crease, the shade Ground, with the same blending brush. And I'm just going to sweep it right on top of there. I'm going to take a bit of the NYX glitter primer and apply this all over my lid, the part that I haven't put anything on, and just tap that all over. I'm not using glitter, but I think this is just going to be a really nice base for the blue shadow that I'm putting on top of it. And you want to blend it in by tapping. It helps it get sticky a lot faster. And with the shade Amp, I'm going to apply this all over the empty spots. And I'm using this shadow because the blue that she used is more of a blue-green and not a true blue. And I am winging out this blue shadow just slightly. Now lashes. So my glue is very tacky. So I'm just gonna stick a bunch of these medium and long lashes on the edges. So just for reference, I'm applying 4 long and 4 medium on each eye. And I'm focusing the long ones on the very end, and then I'm bringing the mediums closer to the front part of my eye. The longer you let your lash glue sit and get tacky without it drying all the way, the easier it is to apply the individual lashes. So now for the lower lash line, you can kind of see that she has brown cranberry shade smudged really low on her lower lash line. So I'm gonna add that next. So for that, I'm taking the shade Russet. So I'm gonna have the shade pretty intense close to the lash line, and then just blend it downwards because I don't want it too harsh, too low. So I want my crease a tad bit darker, so I'm going in with a black shadow from Makeup Geek. It's called Corrupt because she really has a shadow on this picture. But I'm glad I did put that brown down first because then I don't have to use that much black. All right, and for the lower lash line, I'm going to go in with the Urban Decay Heavy Metal Glitter Eyeliner. And let me show you first before I do this. So you can see up close that she has blue lower lashes as well as blue top lashes. You can see it mostly on these edges and then all across the lower lash line. So I'm going to apply this glitter liner on my lashes because I don't have a mascara this color. So I'm just gonna coat them really well with this glitter liner. So then I'm going in with that blue shade right on top. So I'm basically covering the lashes with the blue. And then with that same blending brush, I'm going in with the brown shadow and just blend right in between the cranberry shade we added and the blue shade. I'm gonna do the same exact thing to the individual lashes on top. For highlight, she has a really soft highlight, none of the shimmer stuff that we really like. So I'm going in with this really soft highlighter from MAC, and it is in their Snowball collection in the shade Happy Go Dazzingly. So I'm just going to add that on my face. My SD card kind of went womp womp on me, so I had time, so I added a little bit more glitter on my lashes. And then for blush, because it does seem like she has something right there, so I'm taking the e.l.f. dark blush palette and this shade right here and focus this right there. The very last thing is the lip color, and I picked out this lip color last night. So I'm first going to start with lining my lips with MAC Cork lip pencil. And then for the lip color, I'm using the Buxom lip foundation in the shade Revealed. And then right in the center, I'm using the MAC PatrickStarrr Mamastarrr lip gloss. Thank you so much for watching this tutorial. I hope you guys are enjoying this series. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I promise I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.